Alright, so we're in Deniz, and we're on to Sophia. Cat, you are sitting on McCord. Sophia, Sophia, Sophia. What can I say about Sophia? Well, she trains water and wind temps, so that means that her water temps are going to be weak to electric, nature, and toxic, and her wind temps are going to be weak to um, electric. I think that's all. Electric, melee, mental. Yeah, I think just electric. Um, so what she has going for her here is if I pick Toxic Temps, then she's got her, she's got her Wind Temps to shore up her defenses. Um, so Toxic Temps, while good, are not necessarily the end-all, be-all. Although I do have a lot of success with this Squad 1 team. I wonder if I can rename these. This team is probably not going to be as good here. The fish just isn't very good. It's not going to be very good here. Wolfie is great here because of the nature typing. Noxolotl, if you can get it tanked up with Kinu. Noxolotl is great, as is Nidrasil, because these are both just super effective against her water temps. The problem with this team, the downside, is it doesn't have anything good against the winds, but that's what Gyalis and Momo are for. They counter the wind temps pretty hard. So let's get into the pick ban phase. Alright, so see, once again, she's got just like so many wind temps. 1, 2, 3. I can't call this a wind tem. 4, 5 wind temtems. So, without a clear ban for her, I mean, the ban for her is, I think, because she also has 1, 2, 3, 4 tems that are weak to my toxic tems. She's going to ban one of these two, I think. I also have to think about what I don't want to deal with. I don't like, against Sophia, I don't like Grandpa and Varnshi. They're both very strong. So I'm ban Grandpa. Banned my Kinu. Okay, well that's going to prevent Noxolotl from really going off, but that's okay. I'm not sure Noxolotl really would be able to get off the ground anyway. God, I wish she had to pick first. So here we're going to kind of try and cheese it a little bit and make her pick something like this Lawali or the Saku. Okay, this isn't bad for us. This isn't bad. Because now I can pick Gyalis and counter the Varnshi. Man, my Wolfie. Weird. Is she trying to, like, trick me into an Oshiara? Because that Oshiara is screwed now. So the next best win tem between these two, I think, is Saku. And at this point, we want to ban wins, because we're definitely bringing these two tems now. And I think, looking at the lineup, we're going to bring Momo to help shore up our offense against this onslaught of wind tems. So being able to trick her into picking two tems that are weak to Gyalis here is great. And we'll just swap out of Darkwing to Nidrasil. And we'll get the slaughter started. Not that Sophia is easy. I mean, she can still be very tough, right? Yeah, so something like this was always going to happen because of the weakness of the Platymus. But now, hopefully, I'll be able to get off of Allergic Spread. And we'll go for a Crystal Bite on the Varnshi to get rid of it. And she swapped it out intelligently. Yeah, to something that counters both of my temps. But here's something that you can really only learn through like experience. Tulkan's only good fire move is on a 3-hold. 2-hold? Let me look it up real quick. It's a 2-hold. So the Fire Tornado isn't even going to be ready this turn. She is not going to be able to cast it. So we're just going to keep throwing damage at it. Because we might be able to kill it before that, that Fire Tornado drops. So we can say goodbye to Nidrasil. But that's okay, the Temtem that we actually want to use, Noxolotl is still in the back. Oh. So with a Psypat in play, and we're planning on killing that Tulkan this turn. Here, we'll do this. We'll bring out Platimus to kill the Tulkan, and we'll swap the Gialis because I don't want to waste Gialis on these guys. So this thing is probably throwing a Fire Tornado here. God, I don't really want to swap anything into a Fire Tornado. Luckily, I think we're faster than the Tulkan. You know what? We've already said that Momo is like our sacrificial Temtem here. So we'll use Momo, because we can also expect a melee attack from the Psypat coming at the Gialis. Because Crystal is weak to melee. A Tsunami? Oh, he was going for synergy. He was going for a synergy. But that's okay. Look at that. That was a great swap for us. It let us protect our Gialis. So both of these Tems are weak to this Banshee. I'm not really sure who to swap in. I might just leave them both. I don't really see a downside to leaving them both. And I can just pile more damage on. Now see, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for both of these to be in play again, so I can swap to Gialis. Excuse me. Oh, and now I get a free swap to Gialis. So you have to look at Temtem deaths and try not to see the downside. Like, yeah, it sucks to have your Temtem die, but you know, there's an upside to it, right? Like, it means you get to pick a better Temtem for the situation. And we're slowly paring her down to where the only Temtem she has will be Temtem that are weak to Gialis. So again, we're going to try and go for like the double tap here on the Banshee, just to make sure that it goes away. Oh, it went away. Oh, it went away super hard. Nice. And once Gialis has done his job and cleaned up these two Tems, we can either use him as a sacrifice or just sort of like backline him and use him as a final hopeful like push to the end. This Momo's almost dead. Let's try and pile on damage on this Psypat. Yeah, it did. Bring it on. Yeah, see, look at that. Momo was able to deal a big chunk of damage to Psypat and ate 2 attacks. That is an amazing sacrifice play right there. And so you say, but Ethan, you're down to your last 2 Temtems. But that's okay. I'm going to outspeed the I'm going to outspeed the Psypat and kill it. And I'm going to use Hypnos' new move, Virulent Gust, to kill this Gazuma. And that'll leave my opponent with just... Oh, no! And that'll leave my opponent with just a Lawali, which we know that Noxolotl is very good against. Oh, this is bad. Alright, this is very bad. Alright, that's not as bad as I was expecting. So Gyalis can take a couple turns off, rest up, get his stamina back. While hopefully Noxolotl here doesn't just bite it to the first Hypoxia that comes his way. God, that was close. So yeah, it really is kind of going to be all on this Gyalis. But Noxolotl's not going to go down without a fight. We know that. We're going to risk it and rest again. And click Acid Reflux in case the opponent does something dumb. The opponent did something dumb. They spread out their damage. I don't think Lawali has a multi-attack move, so it literally can't hit both of us, and now it has to overexert to kill something. And in the meantime, whichever Tem it doesn't kill is going to throw big damage at it. And it's going to overexert. Oh, wow. And thanks to the trance, Noxolotl was strong enough to survive the Hypoxia. So even better, we just win immediately. And that is how you play way too aggressively and still beat Sophia.